Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is We Are Air Season 5, Episode 17, Quack N Up, Number 3. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that said, on to the podcast.
We are error.
No!
Officer Faggot Guy.
Come in, Officer Faggot Guy. Officer Faggot Guy.
You want to go outside, Officer Faggot?
Would you like a treat?
They call him Officer Faggot Guy. Yeah, I don't want to be known as that.
Yeah, not you. You're not Officer Faggot Guy.
You're not cool enough to be Officer Faggot Guy.
Pretty soon you're going to be on a Butch Lord showcase, Officer Faggot Guy and Friends.
He's the forgotten one or whatever.
Coming to the stage, Officer Faggot Guy. I get up there, pew, pew.
Black people and white people are different.
They're so
Black people drive like this. White people drive like this.
That was Officer Faggot Guy.
We're so lame.
Oh, shit.
Hack. You shut your mouth or I'll arrest you. All right, let's do this. Hey, everybody, welcome to the We Are Air podcast. This is Duck. I'm here with
Jay.
And
Officer Faggot Guy.
The begotten one.
The begotten one, Officer Faggot Guy.
And today we have our special guest,
Other Officer Faggot Guy.
Steven, because he doesn't want to go by his actual name right now. Because
No, I'm Javi.
It's Will.
Yay. All right, guys. What is the We Are Air podcast? What is the We Are Air podcast?
You just said it, buddy. That was
for you to say.
What is the We Are Air podcast? The podcast to talk about movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Today we want to do a Quack N Up 3. I think it's Quack N Up 3. So what is this? We're going to pull suggestions and we're going to tell stories based upon those suggestions. So it goes something like this. What is the worst bathroom you have ever been in?
Ooh.
I worked at some gentlemen's clubs, and I remember Peepin' Tom's, which was off at 20. Nobody cares about that.
I know where it is. I know.
It had the worst stall I'd ever seen because it was a simple bathroom with one urinal and one stall, no door on the stall, no door in the bathroom, and a dude. You know, one of those dudes, with the mints and shit. And it was like not enough
Mints
room.
and shit.
Yeah.
Could have been the fucking sign of the bathroom.
And you don't understand how hard it is to do coke off of a toilet seat when there's no door and a black guy staring at you, asking you about mints.
That's the Peepin' Tom.
He's doing his job the whole time as you're trying to do coke.
He was the nicest guy in the world. I loved him to death. Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Sonama, would you care to enjoy a post-rip mint?
Yeah, for a while he would block the door for me if someone was coming. Hold on a second now. He was the coolest guy I've ever met.
Fucking Peepin' Uncle Tom.
Hold on, he in here doing something. You just wait.
The boy in here handling his business.
Worst but favorite bathroom.
Nice.
Javi, you got one? What was the worst bathroom you're ever in?
Worst bathroom I ever been in. Took 15 years for me to realize what I was in. Picture it. Javi's in 4th grade. May 18th, 1997. 10 years old, 4th grade. Field day. They take us to Warren Park in South Sayreville, New Jersey. I go into the bathroom, and I just think it's fine. I'm peeing in one stall. My friend David Walters went to the stall to my right. I'm peeing, and the next thing I look over, and I just hear, "Hey, Jay, I can see you." And I go, "What?" And I'm looking around, and it's David Walters with his face like a fucking glory hole. Going, "I can see you."
The mic, bro. Mic awareness, brother.
My bad. And a week later, he comes to school, and he has a fucking rash, right here. Like a fucking U-shape right there. This stupid fucking kid put his face against the glory hole and walked away with the fucking clap.
Oh my god.
So, 2 Peepin' Toms.
And just thinking about it just gives me nightmares. Just like a child pressed up against the glory hole. Hey, I can see ya! And it's he didn't know. We didn't know as kids.
Did you put your dick in his
I
eye?
was going to ask. Yeah, did
No,
you poke him?
I was like, what are you looking at, David?
Yeah, I'd have just stuck it right in his eye.
Boink.
I'm peeing over here.
Jake, what you got? What was the worst bathroom you were ever in?
16, working at Arlington Stadium, and I had to clean up at the end of the night. One of the floor guard duties, where the fucking referee stripes it. Hey, slow down. That fucking idiot.
Full of power, just so much power.
Oh, yeah. And I fucking skated around up to the fucking snack bar and cut in front of everybody. I was like, give me those nachos.
Yeah. And the juice box. Goddamn king of the stadium.
Yeah. I had a mustache, a full
100% you did.
You know how fast you were skating?
So this is like my first week working there, and I just had like full-time duties. I wasn't training anymore. And I had to clean the restrooms. Go into the men's room, no big deal. Obviously, there's piss on the floor underneath the urinals and shit in there. You mop that.
Normal.
No, yeah, obviously.
What we
Been
do.
there. Get into the girls' restroom, completely different story.
Piss all over the urinal.
Not only that, the first one, it was like diarrhea or throw up or something, and I was just like, what the fuck? And it was like all over the seats and everything. There was like 5 stalls in this motherfucker also. So I go to the next one, and there's a bloody fucking mess in there. Like a girl just had her very first period or had her cherry popped or something. I don't know what happened.
Are you there, God?
Yeah. Third one, just, piss all over it. Fourth one was okay. They get to the final one, the handicap stall. And I go in there, and it was the biggest shit I've ever seen in my life, floating on the toilet. Like, I swear to God, it was like this microphone. It was like a fucking axe can. Like, I don't know how it came out of their ass.
You know what? My mother always said life is like a bathroom at Stadium. You never know what you're going to get.
And I was just like, dude, girls are so fucking gross in the...
Was the poop also handicapped? Like, did it get pooped out with the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a little, yeah. It was pulling a little emergency cord.
I just imagine like a big turd with a fucking crutches. Like,
Here you go, little
like
fella.
a
I
tiny
got
tip
you.
of turds.
Here, let me get you out of the toilet. You're trapped in there, aren't you? Yeah,
I'm handicapped.
I'll get you out.
The worst bathroom I was ever in was the bathroom at my house because we lived like fucking animals and there was shit from the dogs on the carpet and everything was old and dusty and it was disgusting. It was the most punk rock disgusting house, but the toilet was caked in piss for so long that it was yellow and like just to sit down on it was the most disgusting thing in the world. And like I tried to clean it, but it's
Magic
just,
eraser, bro.
Yeah, you magic erase that son of a bitch and just try to get the piss off, and it's so disgusting. And I even had sex on that toilet. So think about the girl who was willing to do that. That is horrible. Horrible. But yeah, for years and years and years. That's why my toilet has to be clean and has to have the blue water. If it doesn't have both, oh, dude, I know I'm embarrassed. That's why I wasn't looking up at anyone. It was disgusting and gross, and I'm embarrassed. All right.
Hey, I got another one.
Okay.
I was working at the steel company, and I'll make this one kind of quick. I was working with a bunch of Mexican guys there, and they were like fresh off the border. And in Mexico, they don't flush their toilet paper after they shit because they have bad plumbing down there. So they throw their fucking toilet paper in the trash. Okay. I would go in there every day to sit on the toilet and do my cocaine and roll joints or whatever else. And
Like a good employee.
so there came a point where there was a leak underneath the toilet. I just go in there for my normal routine. I'm sitting down, fucking trying to roll a J. And there was a leak underneath the toilet. And at a certain point, the trash can would get too full of fucking human shit paper that they would just start throwing it on the ground. Well, the water was running to the toilet paper, and I would sit in there roll my joints, and this is back before they had hydro and shit, so I'd fucking just throw the seeds off to the side. And I go in there one day, and there's a fucking little plant growing out of the toilet paper.
Human
in there.
marijuana.
And I was like, oh. I mean, puns, obviously, a potty plant or fucking, like, yeah, this weed tastes like shit, but there was a real fucking thing.
Did you pull it out and go,
No,
come here, little
I
buddy.
just, like, I made everybody come in there. I was like, everybody stop what you're doing. Come in here. Look at this.
What the fuck, man?
Look at this.
You got a green thumb.
I made this.
Your human fertilizer made my seeds turn
my
into
baby.
a fucking pot plant.
All right, next round. Tell me a story about meeting someone you would never want to meet again. One-time meeting, and you are fucking good on that.
So when I first started at improv, I had this trainer. He was like, my name is Duck, quack, quack. And I was like... I'm kidding.
I wonder whatever happened to that asshole.
I like David a lot better. No. I need some thinking time. I don't know. I just had to...
Paul Mooney.
Yeah.
No, I don't need no further story.
If you know about Paul Mooney, you know about...
I'm good.
I want to like tech on Jake's thing. I want to go with Pauly Shore.
Yeah?
Fuck that guy.
Yeah? You met him? You said hi to him? And
I met him, regrettably, and he's a fucking asshole. Straight up. Nobody touches Pauly. Pauly touches you.
So, it's not just famous people, like just anybody, right?
Anybody.
Oh.
Anybody you've ever met that you
Who's
just
that
like
fucking-
one and done.
One guy who was on Atlanta.
Childish Gambino?
No. I like
Robert Powell?
Robert Powell. Yeah, fuck that guy right in his face. Stupid face. He's a liar. He's an idiot.
That yellow bastard.
Yeah, he was pretty good in Atlanta, though.
Yeah.
I did enjoy his character.
He's got some funny
Yeah,
stuff.
I can hate the man, not the artist.
He got me fucking fired.
You know who I miss almost like once every couple of months? Lunel. I want to hug Lunel again in life. She was the best to me.
She was fun.
I like
She's
Luna.
fun. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I ever met that I was like, I'm fucking good. A lot of people I went to high school with, I think I'm fucking good. I never need to see them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Cheryl Underwood.
There's a huge list. I just choose not to remember
Cheryl
her
Underwood.
name.
Yeah, I was going to say Cheryl Underwood was awesome also.
Yeah,
She was in your high school?
great.
Yeah, we were in 89, same Houston.
Tell me about your worst amusement park ride.
Ones that I built?
What? You built some?
100% Jake was a carny at one time in his life.
No, just like a ride that went south. Something that you're like, I'll never fucking do that again.
All right, picture this. I'm on Windows 97. The game is Roller Coaster Tycoon.
All right, picture this. I'm in Tijuana. She cost $3. Worst ride of my life.
I will go first. I was at a carnival, and it was total carny fun and white trash fun. And we got up there, and the guy had smoked like 3 packs of cigarettes, and all the butts were over there. And he was fucking drunk and high and all the stuff that you want to be, but not when somebody's operating some heavy fucking equipment, right?
Yeah.
It has the power of the knob to go from like, oh, intense to fuck off. So we get in the ride, and what it was it's just like a platform where everyone sat in it and went up like this, like in a clockwise fashion.
Oh, yeah.
And probably 200 feet in the air, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Are you on your backs?
Yeah, no, we weren't on our backs. We were sitting up, like you can see the whole thing. So just go up there and then drop and give you a
Oh,
little
like
bit
the
of
boat
adrenaline.
ride, the pirate boat ride.
Kind of, but it went the
Okay, so
whole
it's
way
like a-
around and twisted up with
okay.
it. But the problem was it was held together with a lug nut and a little bit of hope.
Of course.
And so I was terrified. And then
That makes it more fun, though. It's scary.
and the white trash 13-year-old girl's like going, do it faster, do it faster. And he's like, I'm going to get that pussy later. And he put that knob the fuck off. And whoa, 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 whoa. And by the time I got off of it, I was just like, it was literally kissing the ground kind of situation where I was like, oh, thank God we're here.
How old were you?
Probably 17 or 18.
Fuck,
yeah,
dude.
so I was terrified. I hate rides like that. Anyhow. Ferris
you-
wheels, I will not get
were
on.
you at a-
You will never get me on.
Just a local carnival that came into town?
Yep.
Okay.
Just a scary carny. Like all carnivals are the same, and then you do the dart game where
Well,
you
they
hit
are,
the
because they
balloon.
travel from town to town.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
nomads.
yeah. You see the same carnies over and over
Yeah.
again.
I 100% met that same dude.
Yeah.
I did too. I got grifted by him trying to win a Kermit the Frog. Seriously, okay, this is my worst amusement park ride. I was playing the fucking game at the carnival, the pop-up at the Six Flags Mall.
Oh, yeah.
Over off
I remember
360.
those, yeah.
They had the fucking carnivals pop up there. And I go up there to, hang out with my friends. I just got paid that day, and I was 17 years old. I was working at rental stop.
So big fucking ballin'.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I had
No bills.
350
That's
bucks in my
money.
pocket, dude. I was like, fuck yeah. It was on a Thursday night. It was a school night, and I go up there and I see this fucking Kermit the Frog, and it's like a good quality one also, okay. But obviously there's a catch to get these things because of the fucking top tier prize, and it was the game where you have the little totes that are 3 in a row or whatever. They have them all lined up, and what your objective is to throw a fucking softball or a wiffle ball in there and have it land in the back without having it roll up or some shit. Or you have to like hit the side and make it stop. The rules are very fucking convoluted. Okay, every time that I thought that I had won, I didn't win because I didn't, you hit the back, it rolled up. I was like, well, okay, so I do the opposite. He's like, no, you hit the bomb, it rolled back. Like, what the fuck? So like every time I'm throwing down like double the payment, he's like, I tell you what, you throw down double, you win it, you get all your money back. Next thing you know, I'm out on my fucking check. I spent like
What the fuck?
$265, dude.
Holy shit.
And my buddy was up there with me, and he was fucking throwing down money trying to win it also. So we both lost some fucking grip on this.
Right.
So whenever we left, we called up our other friend, whose older brother did not fuck around. And he went up there, and he was like, "You're going to give me the fucking Kermit the Frog." And he laid out a fucking gun on the fucking thing. And the guy gave him the fucking money back at the Kermit the Frog, and I was like, "Oh, dude, this is
Then the carny fucking mess with the carnies, man.
This is how I get around in life.
Dude, and I carry a piece to this day.
And that's how business is done.
And a bunch of Blink 182 CDs.
Yeah. You didn't notice the goddamn 9mm sitting on top of him?
Give me the giant Kermit, give me the money back, and give me that album of Dude Ranch.
Yeah.
All right,
You got a Cheshire Cat up here?
That Blu-ray of Friday Fight Night.
Enjoying this episode? Go check out Geekster, a dating and friends app for geeks that focuses on common interests as a way to make meaningful connections. Download today on the App Store or click the link in the description to find out more. Geekster, this is what happens when nerds collide. Geekster, available on iOS and Android.
Javi, you got one?
Yes, I do. It was in Jersey. We went to Six Flags. It was part of the band trip. I was the trombone player. I'm phenomenal. That's neither here nor there.
Tracks.
But I hate amusement parks. I fucking hate roller coasters. But I'm so very weak to peer pressure. I was like, I don't want to go on the roller coaster. I'm fine. Come on, Javi. All right, you twisted my arm. It was that quick. And then I ended up going on the fucking roller coaster. And when we did the first loop, I about pissed my pants. But I heard something funny. I was like, fuck. What was that fucking click? And then all of a sudden we get to the fucking second loop-de-loop. We get fucking stuck, but not fully upside down. I would have died. We were stuck for about 20 minutes. I'm crying. There's a fucking girl, Fabiana Castro, I had a mad crush on. She was a few cars above me. And I'm just fucking screaming at the top of my fat fucking lungs. Fucking 12-year-old Javi screaming for his mother. I had just a mild incline, thinking I'm about to fucking fall off and fall to my death. I thought I was upside down.
And that's when she changed her mind. She was like, I'm kind of into this guy. Whoa!
I just think I can fix something.
And I was crying the whole way home in the bus.
Javi, you're off the ride. No!
I didn't want to go on this ride.
You know, the only thing would help it would be a blowjob from that girl.
Fabiola Castro.
I got this.
Fabiola Castro feels like a fucking Jersey name. Yeah, that's a girl from Jersey. Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
All right, Will, do you got one?
I don't. I've been sitting here thinking about it. No,
Nothing?
I haven't done a lot of rides. I'm not a big ride person, so any one that I've done has always been fine.
All right.
The Tony Hawk ride from Six Flags was a little much for me. I believe they changed it to the Twix or something. Yeah, a little too spinny for my taste, but it wasn't bad.
Fuck.
Yeah. Tell me about the best party you've ever been to.
This right here, boys.
Yeah, baby.
We got pizza party.
Hell yeah.
We got the GTB.
We're throwing out the freaking...
the WAP.
I dead need this.
Yeah, throwing out the sleeping bags any moment now. Best party I've ever been to. I've been to some fun fucking... I don't know how much of this I have to cut out. One night, me and my manager did a bunch of cocaine. That was a lot of fun.
Which night?
He came over and it was me and Jake and we were at the house and we were just partying nonstop. And it was great because my favorite part of it, God knows what we were talking about. Be like, you guys ready for another one? You ready for another one? And we were like, yeah. And then we ready for another one. And you ready for another one?
It's
like,
good time.
God damn, it was a blast. We were drinking, smoking, talking, coking, just having so much fun.
That was a good time.
We had
Smoking
the
weed,
fucking garage.
drinking beers, doing coke, smoking blunts.
That was
Rolling
a lot of fun.
fatties. Who rolls the fatties? Who smokes the blunts?
I went to a house party once, which was a frat party, and when we got there, they put X's in our hands or something like that. I'm like, are we straight edge? What the fuck's going on? But it was to signify you could drink. And I went there with my second girlfriend, who I only dated for 3 weeks because the bitch was crazy, and I actually decided to get out of the situation because my money was disappearing.
Was it your second girlfriend, third cousin?
Yes. Yeah, she was totally related. She was a bigger girl, too.
Third girlfriend, second cousin, or second girlfriend, third cousin?
The three things I remember about that night was we went to a party, we danced a lot, I fucked her, and she was a bigger girl, and it did feel like I was fucking a beanbag, so that joke is true.
What kind of big girls are you fucking?
And well, she was just
Beanbag girl.
yeah. She was,
Such conviction. Obviously.
she was just a beanbag with a doll's
The
head on top
BB
of it.
stands for BBW, Beanbag Woman.
It wasn't a real woman at all. It was just his beanbag that he owned. He put fucking makeup on. This is my girlfriend, Beanie. I love her.
She's a beanie baby. Whenever I put my dick in her, it's Frank and beans.
Okay. So you're fucking the beanbag.
So I'm fucking the beanbag, and I'd never smoked a cigarette in my life. And when I kissed her, I remember just thinking her mouth tasted disgusting because she was a pack-a-day smoker. And then after that, I started smoking
taste like cigarettes.
Yeah, it was no good, man. But it was a great night because I fucked the shit out of that beanbag, and I had a great time. Anyone else? Tell me about the best party you've ever been to.
You were Frank and Beanie yet?
I was Frank and Beanie yet.
The boat party. My only boat party with the Arlington, bro.
Yeah?
was
The
a
one where
good
you got
time.
drunk and yelled at everybody?
I don't remember much.
I got you to jump off the boat.
I jumped off the boat.
I remember
and
getting you to do
whoa, good job. And that was neither here nor there. Not my best moment. I've looked better, but I always made the plan for that day. All right, I'm going to start drinking once we start to head back. I don't remember.
Oh, fuck. I forgot all about that horrible part.
I do not remember what happened.
Oh, man.
Because I ended up, Jeff gave me like 4 shots of like this fucking minty green shit. I don't know what it was, but it tasted horrible. But I was just like pounding back shots. Then Kiki gave me
Listerine, bro.
Gave me like 6 shots of fucking
tell you
Fireball. And then I ended up having a whole bottle of Jack pretty much all to myself.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was that the same one where you almost fought somebody?
Yeah, I almost fought Raph.
Raph.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, oh, I'm feeling good. And then the next thing I know, I finished off the bottle of Jack. I don't remember.
The trip on the lake was great. The bus ride back,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just like everybody just like was on high tension and shit. I don't know.
It got weird.
I don't know what happened. And I
got inside my head. I know that, but either way, like.
I left. I don't remember leaving. I don't remember the bus. I don't remember getting into the fucking showroom. And all I know is I just woke up at home with like a fucking empty graveyard of Taco Bell wrappers to my right. I was like, what'd I do?
I love that this is his best party story.
And then I was like, yeah, you were pretty fucked up there, Jay. I was like, oh man, it must have been a good time. I had Taco Bell. Because that's how I know I had a really good time being drunk is when I have Taco Bell.
Did you drive?
No.
Oh, thank
I'll
God.
pick me up.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I guess the best party
You guys remember that time we did coke in the garage?
Yeah, I was there for that one. That was a fun time, and it kept like we were out there in the garage, and he kept saying like, "Hey, you
Remember another?
want to know what?
Hey,
You got any gum?"
what you got, Jake?
No, man, I've been to so many. That was so good.
Yeah. I've been to the same ones with him.
Yeah, all the time. That's what we do. We party.
Wild and crazy guys.
I already told y'all last time about the one that fucking rolling and shit flooded the toilet.
Yeah.
There was another one after the improv. It was the first weekend that John Witherspoon had come through the club that I had worked there. It was my first year. We were having a party at Basil's house, and it was after New Year's Eve. Like, we had the New Year's Eve show, and then after that, we went back to Basil's house, the whole house. We get back to the house.
Was it the last hit you took? Just took you over the... just over the hill?
Scumbag Nazi bikini girls. What do you think? You remember that on UH?
Yes, I know exactly.
I don't even remember what he said. I know it was Nazi something.
Like Teenage Nazi skinhead freaks.
All right, so you're at Basil's house.
This is the best party I've ever been to. I'm done with that story.
All right.
John Witherspoon came back to the house party.
Oh, John Witherspoon.
Oh, that's way cool.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
Jeff brought him. And Jeff was there, and he's like, don't let anybody touch him. You know? Like, fucking, he just looked like, it's like, just keep these fucking stone heads away from him. It's like, we're going to go in here and take a couple shots.
All right, here's the line to touch pops.
Yeah. $5 a pop.
Don't go in the bathroom.
And,
Did they ever make a Funko Pop out of him?
No, they should.
Boo.
Awesome. I would actually get that.
So would I. He took a shot of Rumplemints with me and Jeff, and I thought that was the coolest
That is
fucking
pretty
thing
cool.
ever at the time.
All right, let's do this one then.
Oh, shit. Move right on.
Tell us about your worst date.
I got this. Okay.
All right.
So, oh, shit. Wow. I gotta remember all the times. I used to hang out with this group of nerds at fucking high school, and I moved away, I came back, I got married, got divorced. It was a real bad time, right? But some of the old friends came around again, and one of them reached out on Facebook. I'm not gonna say her name. But she was like, we should hang out. You want to go eat somewhere? And I was like, sure, that's fine. And everyone at work, I was working at Target, they were like, oh, it's a date, bro. And I was like, no, it's just an old friend. But she thought it was a full-on date, right? So she goes, I want to go to the Olive Garden. Boom! Red flag, right? So we go, and she's changed a lot. Like, I'm a big dude. She was much bigger, and she was still gothic. Like, is that a proper?
Gosh. Yeah, she shot the toward.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, you're 20-something. Like, let's move on. So we're sitting there, and I was a vegetarian at the time, and the whole time, I hadn't said anything yet, but she was like, I was like, oh, the veggie pasta sounds good or some shit. She's like, oh, fuck it. Just get meat. Like, I hate the people who, like, she just started bitching about vegetarians.
Oh, no.
So I was like, okay. Like, that's fine. We're good. We're still here. It's fine. We're just hanging out. So right near the end, I'm like, I'll get it. Don't worry about it. She's like, I really like when men choke me and, like, punch me and stuff. And I was like, oh.
So I give her a black eye right there. You fucking bitch, shut up.
And she's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm really into that sort of. I was like, oh, that's cool. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I got to go meet, like, my friends. They had a show tonight because there was some theater buddies of mine. They did not have a show that night. I just needed to get out. And she's like, oh, I fucking hate theater kids. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, thank you. And then I think it was 2 days later, she texted me and she's like, hey, would you be into, like, just fucking around? I was like, oh, I appreciate it. Like, thanks for thinking of me.
I'm good.
But, yeah. So that was pretty good.
What was the segue to that? Were you just like, oh, the tiramisu is pretty good. I like it when I
Dude,
get
I don't
choked.
even know.
Yeah.
I think that's just where she wanted to lead because she was like, I got all this shit in my trunk. I'm like,
Oh, my tools!
I need my tools. I like to bite. I want to be down.
Fetish shit.
Do you want
Fetish shit.
Will, do you want to kidnap me? Is that what you
Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the podcast. All right, Hobbs, what you got with your worst date?
Worst date? That's not that bad.
Best date. How about that?
Oh, no. My worst date is I legit got really mad at her. I find that my fuse is rather short with a certain kind of person. And I remember when we got to the date, we went to Trinity Hall. I took her that was a night where a kid from Kid and Play flipped out on that couple in the front because she kept putting her feet on the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was fucking, I was just like having
this?
yeah, and then he flipped out and threw money at him. It was just fucking bad.
I was there.
Oh, Mr. Pinkston, what's going on here?
You about to learn what Mr. Pinkston Pinky Toe feels like.
But, yeah, she just wasn't saying shit. And I was just having to drag conversation out of her. And whatever reply I got would just be like a one-word answer. I was like, fuck. And I was like, you could go. I got this. If you got... I was like, no, I'm having fun. She just said it dead face. Like, I'm having fun.
So she had no
Time of my
personality.
life.
She had zero personality.
Oh my god, I can't believe how much fun
I have a friend like that, though. My friend, we will go out and we will fucking, like, we'll party it down. Like, we used to go to strip clubs all the time because that's where I worked. And, like, just have the best night. And he would not fucking, like, no emotion the whole time. It's like, oh yeah, you want another shot, bro? And he's like, yeah, I'll have another shot. And then the next day, he'll always come like back up to work or something, and he would be like, man, that was such a great time last night. I had the best fucking time. I was like, you didn't say 3 fucking things.
I was just taking it all in.
Yeah, it's so weird, so weird. I
immensely.
love him though, but yeah.
How about you, Jake? You had a worse date?
Not that I can remember. Probably because I was on Xanax.
So there's a few girls in the world who had a worse date.
Yeah.
This fucking guy was on Xanax the whole time.
Yeah.
I went on not a date. I think it was supposed to be a hookup. It was through God knows what app, Meet Me or something like that. This was probably 14, 15 years ago.
It's spelled M-E-A-T.
They were apps like that back then?
There were like MySpace kind of websites for dating that you could use and like make your own.
I'm glad that I
you know
missed
what?
that phase
Plenty of
completely.
Fish?
It might
Is
have
that 15, 14 years old?
FarmersOnly.com?
It might have been MySpace, which is even more fucked up because on this app, I can't remember what it was called. I ended up liking that beanbag girl, and this was years after I dated her.
Nice
and she got a hold of me. She goes, "Hey, Duck, how are you doing?" I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" She's like,
Beanbag.
I was like,
It's
you know what's even more fucked up? My friends hated her, so they came up with the nickname Here Cat for her, and they'd always be like, Here Cat, Here Cat. And then she started saying, she's like, Here Cat, and I'm like, oh god, they're making fun of me.
Lady, you don't even get it.
You don't know.
You're the fucking cat.
I went on this, what was supposed to be a hookup thing, I think, but I got to her house, and we started talking. She actually let me go into her house, which was weird as fuck, because I'd never met her before.
I just fuck on porches.
Yeah.
Nothing like fucking on a good stoop.
Well, what was weird, she had a dog, and we're sitting there chatting, and it's going pretty okay. And all of a sudden, the dog comes walking out with a bunch of tampons in its mouth, and it just looks at me like, oh, what you think of that? So the dog's rooting around in the tampons, and she's like, yeah, I'm on my period. And then she goes on to tell me about how she went to this party once, and she threw up in the toilet, and she looked up, and this guy just had his dick out, so she started sucking it. And I'm like, is she implying that I should get my dick out so she can suck it? Like, so I got like really weirded out, and I was like, well, you did pukey mouth on a dick. I think I'm going to leave. So I just booked it. It was weird as fuck.
How about I do pukey dick in your mouth? Ew!
You want some of that pukey dick? It was weird.
Your first date, she blew somebody else after puking?
No,
No,
she
this
was
is
at
a
a
story
party.
she was
Yeah,
telling.
she was telling me a story. But then I was like, do you want me to pull my dick
Yeah, like
out?
that's a weird flex.
Yeah, but I think it was because she was on her period, so we couldn't have sex. So I think she wanted to blow me, but she didn't know how to tell me.
But how does that lead? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know
Just
either.
hey, you know what I like? Sucking dick. Like, just say that. Why do you have to have some puke story added?
It was so fucking
Maybe
weird.
it's a very specific
I
thing.
guess. Who am I? I don't know.
Like
I don't shame
punch
people.
and choke fucking.
Yeah.
Like that bitch that you shamed about
Yeah,
like
exactly,
being
like
punched
you
and
shamed.
choked.
I didn't shame her. I turned it down. I politely. Thank you, miss. I do not want to punch you today.
All right, this is the last one. Tell me about the weirdest wedding you've ever been to. Could be funnest wedding too.
Oh, mine, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How was it?
That's fine.
It was like 100 juggalos there.
So many
Crazy.
juggalos.
Like
It was.
everybody had to wear face paint.
Whoop,
Katie
whoop.
wore half Violent J, half Shaggy face paint.
I appreciated that.
He wore the other half.
Yeah,
to
so we're
complete
together,
each
yeah.
other.
Oh, so when we kissed, it like mixed the proper faces.
Right.
Mush.
It was fucking beautiful. I will say that.
Yeah.
And I DJ'd it, and I played
On his birthday.
Much Clown Love,
Yep.
and fuck,
Homies.
yeah.
And
Tilt-A-Whirl.
Diamonds.
And yeah,
And it was a
I
blast.
didn't like that one.
Yeah. No,
Did you drink? Were you drinking at that time, or you didn't?
I don't think so.
No, sober.
Yeah.
Just had a good time. Got married.
I'm getting good at just like having a shot now.
Yeah, just
Like I
relax.
did that a couple days ago. We got some Crown Apple, so I just had a shot with some orange juice, and it was. I did not, violently drink the rest of it.
What I like to do.
I'm working hard in life.
That's good. That's good.
Javi, have you ever been to a wedding that was weird or fun or?
Juggalos.
Oh, my wedding was pretty fun.
Yeah?
It was just a wedding.
Yeah.
It was in a party barn. It was weird because the guy seemed
Did
like
they call it a party barn?
it was legit called a party barn. It was out in bumfuck East Texas. Yeah, it was creepy. It was creepy.
that escalated differently.
It was a good time. It was good. It was
little-
fucking.
yeah,
It was
it's a little
horrible.
roller.
And,
I
like,
fucking hated it.
This guy, he decorated his party barn like something out of a nightmarish TGIF Fridays.
Did you cry at this too?
Get the cat out of there. I can hear him purring.
Kitty, did you go to a good wedding? Kiki.
And you had like fucking ventriloquist dolls hanging from the ceiling. Not like a noose, but just like they were out of Hellraiser because they were all like lynched to the back and like they were hanging up from hooks that were on their back. It's like, yo, this is like something out of Sal with fucking Jennifer Lopez and Vince Vaughn.
Up, dude. So David Jessup decorated your wedding.
I guess so. I remember there was like this really strung out looking white dude that was just like talking really fast and yelling at everybody
Was it me?
about like fucking H.R. Geiger. Like, you ever seen Aliens? It's like,
Giger.
But what was so weird about it?
What I just explained to you. Did you not hear that nightmarish hellscape I just explained on the fucking Midwest?
I thought it started as a good.
Yeah, it's like, I had a good wedding. It wasn't bad.
I just imagine you up there doing your vows, and the whole time you're staring at the door.
And all of a sudden, Korn was there.
So you were doing your vows, you were trying not to do
I
what?
was trying not to pass out because I was already fucking lightheaded. I had to cry like minutes before, and I was like, "Don't lock your knees, don't lock your knees."
Were you listening to Korn's Daddy?
Actually, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash was playing in the background during our vows.
That's not a wedding song.
It is.
It says ring
Yeah.
right on it.
Yeah,
I think that song's.
it's a Ring of Fire.
How about you, Jake? What was the best wedding, weirdest wedding you've ever been to?
Hobbies. Did you hear that
Yeah,
shit?
we were both there. We were hanging from the rafters.
Yeah.
I would just like walk by this one mannequin. He's like, "Hey, you want to do another?"
That was the guy that ate.
I got $12 an hour for that job.
That was the guy that ate checkers and shout out Connect 4.
Yep.
There you go.
Whoop whoop. What's your favorite way to end a podcast? Just turn it off.
All right, well, let's do the one that we almost lost. What is the worst job you've ever had?
Like blow job?
I can.
Hand job? I've had pretty bad ones.
I can answer that. My worst job I've ever had was GameStop. That shit sucked. You go in. I had to get a piece of paper saying that I had a metal hip so that they didn't yell at me when I went through the metal detector. And then you just sit there for hours a day.
GameStop in the airport?
No, it was the GameStop. The Rock is what they call it, and it's where they refurbish everything.
Is that in Alcatraz?
So no, it's in Grapevine.
Was Sean Connery there?
Jinx. The Rock.
Welcome to GameStop.
It was.
That was good.
That was really good.
That was good.
It was just.
Would you like
fucking
Red Dead
shitty.
Redemption 2?
He sounded just like Raph.
So they had.
He's so desperate to finish the story, and we're like, now in present time.
No, it's fine.
Go on.
You went in there and we worked on 3DSs all day long, and you sat in one spot and no one talked to each other, and they had these little radios that didn't work, and I ended up fixing the little radios with paper clips so that we could actually listen to music, and like I listened to DD in the morning show, and that was pretty much it. And it was just
Oh, so this was like a warehouse.
it's a warehouse
I
situation,
see.
and it was terrible.
It's a weird fucking GameStop.
And I worked there for like 3 weeks to 2 months. I can't even remember. And I remember crying, going, "I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back." So, and my girlfriend's like, "You little bitch."
Fuck that
Go
bitch.
back. She did. She
Was this
wouldn't
the
have-
beanbag?
Yeah, that was the beanbag. She was pissed.
More like the mean bag.
Fucking got her.
Fucking bitch.
I think he
Yeah, I
won
think
that
you
one.
won out with the GameStop.
The mean bag takes it.
All right, mean bag takes it. All right, so thank you so much for listening. This has been Duck. I've been here with
Jake.
and
Officer Faggot guy.
brought it back.
Javi.
And
Steven. Steven Cornelius.
you're
Deputy Al Williamson.
I work for the government.
and D-Bad.
I work for Ain't It Cool.
And don't be a dick. Don't be a dick.
D-bad. D-bad. Do not be a dick, motherfuckers.
Oh, fuck.
Officer Faggot.
Officer Faggot guy.
And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Bagu, a video game podcast where we talk Atari to Steam and everything between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore and having such a good time. Heroes, Gyros, a Dungeons and Distractions side quest. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I Hate Being Sober. Personal stories from epic people I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. And finally, our new live video podcast, Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we're going to have a roundtable discussion about our favorite horror movies. That'll be available on Twitch and YouTube, streaming every Monday at 8 p.m. Check the links in the description to find out what movies we'll be watching. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. Please remember to support local comedy in any way that you can. We'll see you next time.